Let's talk about what just happened in the AFC, because it's not every day you wake up to a blockbuster NFL trade that shakes up the entire conference. So here's the deal. The Pittsburgh Steelers sent star safety Minkah Fitzpatrick to the Miami Dolphins. In return, they got cornerback Jalen Ramsey, tight end Jonnu Smith, and a 2027 seventh-round pick. Oh, and Miami picked up a 2027 fifth-rounder too. Technically, it was two trades rolled into one, but either way, it's massive. Now I know what you might be thinking. Okay, but what does this have to do with the Chiefs? And that's exactly why we're here. Anytime you see AFC contenders making major moves like this, Chiefs Kingdom has to take notice. The Steelers just added one of the most physically dominant corners in the league. Ramsey's not just a name. When healthy, he's a shutdown guy. And Jonnu Smith? He's no Travis Kelce, but he adds real firepower at tight end for a team now led by Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, you heard that right. Rodgers is in Pittsburgh now. Pair that with Ramsey and Smith, and you can see what the Steelers are doing. They're loading up. Now here's what I want to know from you. Drop a one-word reaction in the comments. That's right, one word. When you heard about this trade, what did you feel? Surprised? Worried? Overhyped? Let's see where the fan base is at. And before we go any further, if you're a Chiefs fan who wants to stay on top of every move that affects this team, do me a favor right now. Hit that like button and subscribe to Total Chiefs News. We're on the grind to 5,000 subscribers, and your click helps more than you think. Stick with me, because up next, we're going to break down what this means for the entire AFC and whether the Chiefs are still on top. All right, now that the dust has settled, let's zoom out for a second. What does this blockbuster trade really mean for the AFC as a whole? More importantly, what does it mean for the Kansas City Chiefs? Look, the AFC was already stacked. You've got Josh Allen and the Bills, Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Throw in the up-and-coming Texans and the always dangerous Chargers and Dolphins. The path to the Super Bowl was never going to be easy. But now, the Steelers are trying to crash that party, and they're doing it aggressively. Let's break it down in numbers. Right now, according to DraftKings, the Chiefs are not the favorites to win the AFC. The favorites? Buffalo Bills and Baltimore. Ravens at Polos 350. Chiefs come in third at Po 400. Bengals trail behind at 1,000 Steelers and Texans, both sitting at about 700. Yeah, the Steelers jumped into the top 7 overnight. That's what adding Aaron Rodgers, Jalen Ramsey, and Jonnu Smith does. And if they click fast, you better believe they could be a problem in the playoffs. Now don't panic. The Chiefs are still elite, still well-coached, still built around Patrick Mahomes. But let's be real. This AFC gauntlet just got even tougher. Here's the kicker. Kansas City won't face Pittsburgh in the regular season. But if they meet in the postseason, that's a whole different beast. And with so many good teams vying for playoff seeding, every game, every drive, every point is going to matter. You saw how close it was last year. The Chiefs barely squeaked out wins at times. And now, there's even less room for error. Mahomes and company are going to have to earn every inch this season. So here's my question to you. Do you still believe the Chiefs are the team to beat in the AFC? Yes or no? That's it. Drop it in the comments and let's talk. And while you're at it, if you want more breakdowns just like this, you already know what to do. Hit that like button and subscribe to Total Chiefs News. We're grinding to 5,000 strong, and with your help, we'll get there. Coming up next, why Chiefs fans shouldn't be worried about missing out on Jalen Ramsey or any of these trades. Now, if you've been paying attention to the Chiefs' off-season strategy, one thing is crystal clear. Brett Veach isn't panicking. And after this Steelers-Dolphins trade, that's a good thing. Let's start with Jalen Ramsey. Sure, he's a big name. Sure, he's a flashy talent. But ask yourself this. Was Kansas City ever going to make that move? Not a chance. That contract alone makes it unrealistic. Add to that the fact that the Chiefs are actually in a solid spot at cornerback, and you start to see why Veach stayed out of this one. Let's talk about the guys we do have. Christian Fulton was brought in this offseason. Trent McDuffie continues to grow into a legit lockdown option. Jalen Watson is fully healthy and ready to roll. This cornerback room is younger, cheaper, and more flexible than anything Ramsey would have brought, especially long-term. And Veach knows it. Now what about Minkah Fitzpatrick or Jonnu Smith? Would they have helped? Probably. But again, Kansas City didn't even make an offer. That tells you something. They believe in what they already have. At tight end, it's still Travis Kelce's room, even if he's trimmed 25 pounds and isn't going to put up 200 yards anymore. That's fine, because this offense isn't built around him like it used to be. Noah Gray is coming off a breakout season. Jared Wiley is healthy and poised to surprise a few people. Bottom line, this team isn't lacking for options. And when it comes to Brett Veach, if he doesn't see a need, he doesn't make a move. That's why Chiefs fans should take this trade as a reminder, not a warning. So let me ask you, do you trust Brett Veach's decisions this offseason? Was skipping out on this trade the right call? Let me know what you think down in the comments. And hey, if you're still watching, I'm guessing you're one of the real ones. So help us hit our next milestone, 5,000 subscribers. Hit that sub button, and let's keep building the best Chiefs community on YouTube. Next up, let's talk about Jaden Hicks, the young safety who made Fitzpatrick completely unnecessary. Let's talk about the guy who made Brett Veach say, "We're good," when Minkah Fitzpatrick hit the trade market, Jaden Hicks. Now, if you're not familiar with Hicks yet, let me catch you up real quick. He's a second-year safety out of Washington State who was quietly one of the Chiefs' most efficient defensive backs last season, even in a limited role. He played in all 17 games, started just one, and still managed to lead the team in interceptions. That's not a fluke. That's a ball hawk. And with Justin Reed no longer in the building, Hicks is stepping into a full-time starting role in 2025, and the Chiefs are all in on him. Let's break down the numbers from last season. 3 interceptions, 5 pass breakups, allowed a completion percentage of just 60%, gave up only 144 yards all year, QB rating allowed, under 60. Those aren't just promising numbers, those are elite stats, especially for a rookie backup. This guy isn't just next up, he's ready now, and that's exactly why the Chiefs didn't bite on Minkah. Not because they couldn't use another playmaker, but because they already have one. And he's younger, and cheaper, and trending way up. So if you're Veach, why shake up a room that's already performing? Plus, let's be honest, it's about fit, not just talent. Hicks knows the system. He's got chemistry with the secondary. And with McDuffie, Watson, and Fulton holding down the corners, the back end of this defense could be scary if Hicks takes that next step. And I want to hear from you on this one. Is Jaden Hicks ready to become a star in 2025? Yes or not yet? Tell me in the comments. And before we jump into the final chapter, you know the drill. If you're getting value out of this breakdown, hit that subscribe button. We're closing in on 5,000 subscribers, and this kind of insight is what we bring every day at Total Chiefs News. All right, final thoughts up next. Let's talk about what the Chiefs still need to do to stay ahead in this brutal AFC race. So here's where we're at. The AFC just leveled up, and the Kansas City Chiefs know it. The Steelers didn't just make a splash, they made a statement. Ramsey and Jonnu Smith join a retooled roster that already added Aaron Rodgers and DK Metcalf. That's not a rebuild, that's a run-it-right-now move. Now sure, the Chiefs won't play Pittsburgh during the regular season, but let's not kid ourselves. The road to the Super Bowl doesn't end in Week 18. It runs through January and maybe even February. And if the Steelers keep trending upward, they might be on the other side of the bracket. So let's be real. The margin for error is gone. Last year, Kansas City survived some close calls, a few lucky bounces, a few Mahomes magic moments. That's fine. Every championship team has them. But in this version of the AFC, luck isn't enough. Look at the contenders. Baltimore is deeper. Buffalo is hungry. Houston's ahead of schedule. Cincinnati's getting healthier. And now, Pittsburgh's in the mix too. That's 5 serious threats. And we didn't even mention the Chargers or Dolphins. So what does Kansas City need to do from here? Let's be clear. The roster is strong. The safety room is in great shape. The tight end depth looks better than ever. But there are still a couple of areas that could use attention. Defensive line depth, especially behind Chris Jones. Edge rush development. Can King Felix or someone else step up? Or do they go shopping before camp? This front office has earned our trust, but no team is perfect. And in 2025, even a slight weakness could be the difference between hoisting another Lombardi or falling short. So now I'm throwing it to you. What's the Chiefs' biggest need right now? Don't overthink it. Just drop your answer in the comments. I want to see where Chiefs Kingdom stands on this. And if you've made it this far, you're exactly the type of fan we built this channel for. So hit that subscribe button and help us smash through the 5,000 mark. More news, more breakdowns, more Chiefs content every single day. That's it for now. Let's keep our eyes on the AFC and our sights on another ring.